said, hey, why are y'all walking down the street that way?
There's 32
There's
teams.
nothing down there.
There's 32 teams.
That's all.
32 teams.
I was 4.5 years old. Smacked me in the back of the head with a steering wheel.
Oh, shit.
I'm here to tell you about an unlikely duo who once came together to save the world as we know it. In the great Wobbleberry crisis of 1893, Grape Davis and Thomas had to put their differences aside to prevent the world from flipping inside out, so they embarked on their great adventure.
Time is yours.
This is my impression of Scooby-Doo if he grew up in England.
He has that DNA where he's hungry and wants more. He's hungry and wants more. And wants more.
In the vast search to learn more about the global Wobbleberry crisis, Grape Davis and Thomas continued their journey. But it was not long after they came across something unsettling. A scream coming from the bottom of the valley. It was none other than Professor Shrimp, the scientist who created Thomas. They unstuck their friend, and he told them how the Wobbleberries ambushed him and stole his precious butter supply in order to fuel a horrific machine.
Where's Sailor? Is Sailor around?
She's in the garage doing a little workout.
Your dog does yoga?
What do you mean?
That's my wife!
Always on some weird.
Between games for an hour, we'd come in here and grind corn and go back, grind corn. We played all the sports, and all the kids had to grind corn. 8-man football, you don't throw the ball a lot. You just grind corn. I've described myself as like a cigarette.
It's kind of hard to watch. I don't even like watching because every time I turn the TV on, I have to see your face.
Unbelievable. Let's just be frank. Your frontal lobe just got married.
With their horrific machine almost up and running, the Wobbleberries were one step closer to conquering the world. But our unlikely heroes were far away and not doing well. Thomas had only drops of coffee left in his receptacle, and Grape was succumbing to the unrelenting desert heat. Suddenly, rabid Wobbleberries attempted to steal Grape's grapes, ensuring imminent death. Thomas gave his all, leaking out one last drop of coffee onto the ground. And all of a sudden, the ground began to shake. The Wobbleberries scattered. Their old friend, Mole Bishop, emerged from the ground with a wireless garden hose for Grape and a carafe of hot coffee for Thomas. They hopped on their trusty steed and headed into the distance to talk to a wise old friend who knows a thing or two about Wobbleberries.
You try your cookie yet, James? Do you eat vegetables, James? And this is the truth. This is the way of the world. What do you think of?
I've always looked at it as I'm not much of a
almond butter
guy.
What? Almond butter.
After the aggressive Wobbleberry attack, Savior Mole Bishop took Grape Davis and Thomas 400 miles underground to safety. With a goodbye, he dropped them off at the sacred garden, where they met with the last grape tree on the planet, Grape Davis's father, Dave Grapis. But he did not look well. He shared an important story. Just years ago, the planet was flourishing with all types of fruits, berries, bananas, kiwis, and most importantly, grapes. But a mad scientist, brother of Professor Shrimp, Dr. Crab, had created a new berry, the Wobbleberry. It was cheap, grew fast, but was invasive and tasted disgusting. It quickly took over all the other fruits, leaving nothing on the planet left but a few grapes. Dave Grapis, with his last breaths, said, "Thermos, you must protect my son. He is our only chance." And then, all of a sudden...
Did you make any big purchases?
Raptor.
What's up, Bills Mafia? I'm taking you on a Buffalo Bills road trip to see parking spots everywhere. Landed in Tampa, parking spots everywhere.
Are you serious?
There are parking spots
on this roster.
King Wobbleberry had toppled Dave Grapis and now turned his sights toward his son. The end was near. Wait, is that Fax Hairston? He printed out a confusing message, sending the king into shock. At that same moment, Fax Hairston's cousin, Wax Hairston, burnt his thigh, causing him to flee. With the danger gone, an old friend, Crow Brady, scooped them up to bring them to the land of Cube City. A city filled with Bradys. They were in search of the talisman that would unlock the true power of Thermos. Thomas. In the city square, they spotted what they were looking for, and then...
And they scanned his brain, right?
Right where it needs to be. Want to get down there like that there, and then...
So make sure you give me a holler. I'ma holler back. So I just want to give you a shout. I'll give you a holler. Angela, I'ma holler back. Huh?
Hi, my name is Carmen Winston.
A journey to acquire the talisman to help save the world. One thing stood in Thermos. Thomas's way. Thurman? Thermos? It was none other than his muscular, suave brother, Thurman Thermos. His older brother said, "There's only one drop left, and it's all mine." Flashbacks started flooding Thermos, Thomas's head. Since childhood, his older brother had always been the catch. Eyes followed his sleek, metallic head and functional arms. This left Thomas feeling inferior. The fountain of truth was the key to making Thurman Thermos more muscular, and also the way Thomas could save the world, but his brother would not budge. At this moment, Grape Davis stepped in. With prose, he spoke of the tragedy of his father, Dave Grapis, and the impending doom. And if Thomas does not get this last drop, it could determine the fate of the world. Thurman Thermos was moved, and his heart grew 3 sizes. He ushered his brother to the last drop. With a big gulp, Thomas began to change.
We play together, have a good week of practice, and go out there and execute how we know we can execute.
Oh, you're really good at that. Oh my God, you're good at this. I knew he was gonna be good at this. Oh yeah, you're good.
My parents have some like old DVDs.
Ray, what are you most looking forward to this year?
Watching Dwayne Carter blow up.
Did you know this was made on a typewriter? James Cook creates these hyper-realistic art pieces.
Like, yo, yeah, this Trade Day Sunday really good. Trade Day Sunday. Trade Day Sunday.
What do you think of this Grape Davis saga?
Everyone's like, yo, are you following the storyline? I'm like, not really.
Oh, come on!
Almond butter.
The transformation was complete. Once a simple aluminum receptacle, Thomas was now equipped with propellers to take them anywhere they needed to go. Thurman Thermos, with his new heart, agreed to join the two of them on the quest to save the world. They flew high up into the sky, where they got a better view. A gasp from Thurman Thermos. "This is unimaginable," he said. It seems the Wobbleberry crisis had grown worse than they ever thought, the popular brother of Thermos. Thomas then said, "I think I have some friends that could help us." From there, they flew across the world on a quest to gather these friends. First, they stopped at the local carnival, where old friend Dawson Knott was busy wrangling boats. His extending rope knot would be imperative to the operation. Next, they stopped at an amazing pop concert with headliner Khalil Shakira. Here, in the crowd, they found Grandma Frying Pan, whose indestructible cast iron body was destroying everyone in the mosh pit. After that, they went to the retirement home, where the wise old timekeeper, Dion Clockins, was relaxing. Begrudgingly, he accepted to join the gang, but warned them all of his immense superpower. He told them he is able to go back in time, but only once more before he passes away. With a few more bodies, they took off into the sky to fight the evil. That was until...
The past year of your life has been a movie. Got married, MVP, record contract.
A big dumpster.
Explain to them how you caught that fish.
I think my dog that I have has a belly button, actually. I think my belly button has a belly button.
Need someone to smack you in the face, come at me, like we'll start something.
I think I'll be fine. And you get the chocolate first and the barbecue after.
"Too much weight!" screamed Thermos. Thomas as his propeller exploded, and they all fell to the ground. A crash landing. But by mere chance, they were right by the local mechanic, spearheaded by Jordan Phillips' head. He rushed over to Thermos and offered to repair him. He said, "The rest of you sit in the waiting room, but be careful of the giant pit in there." In the waiting room, Mole Bishop was yucking it up and making everybody laugh. At this point, Grape Davis decided to get a scrumptious bag of turbo taters from the vending machine. With the slip of a finger, his wallet fell into the giant pit. "No!" he exclaimed. "My license is in there. I really don't want to go to the DMV." Without hesitation, Dion Clockins started spinning. Rewinding fast, he brought them back in time to 2 minutes before Grape Davis dropped his wallet into the giant pit. "Be more careful next time," he shouted, whilst rewriting the fabric of history. And just like that, he was gone. A now repaired Thermos. Thomas came through the door. "What happened to Dion Clockins?" "Wow. Mole Bishop explained what had occurred. "He was our most valuable superpower," Thermos said. "We could have saved the world with ease." And at that moment, the ground started shaking, causing Grape to drop his wallet. "A giant laser beam!"
We take every play, one play at a time, especially in the second half. Obviously, we'd love to get off to a faster start, and we'd love to get off to a faster start, and we'd love to get off to a faster start.
Anything's possible.
We don't blink.
Love wife.
I love my wife.
King in the castle.
Well, hey there. I'm a little bit surprised you joined us again, but I'm glad you came. Sanford, Florida.
You're going to play hockey tonight?
I am Dawson Knox. I am 27-year-old. I am tight end player. I am engaged.
The giant laser beam was getting lower. Grape Davis said, "We must get in the pit. It's our only choice." In a panic, they all jumped, falling for miles and miles. Until they crash-landed. Thermos. Thomas's propeller broken. Dawson knot in tangles. Mole Bishop chipped his tooth. A deep cavity, miles beneath the surface of the planet, with no way out. Alongside them were other guests who had fallen into the pit, like Ryan Van and Egg Rousseau. This seemed to be where their journey would end. "My functional arms!" exclaimed Thurman. A tear slipped out his lid as his worst nightmare had become true. "I'm going to die here, alone, and armless." Then, out of the shadows, came out a quaint, cracked wine glass. She was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. She walked up to Thurman. "You don't need arms to be beautiful. You just need to be brave." Thurman was touched, and at that very moment, a light bulb went off in his head. Thurman's grand idea was now in motion. Grandma Frying Pan began heating up. Thurman boarded the hot skillet and rapidly began expanding with heat pressure. "Everybody get on, I'm about to blow." At that moment, Thomas looked deeply into his brother's eyes for the last time. "I love you, brother. To which Thurman responded, I love you too. Now go save the world. Booman launched the team upwards. My wallet is still down there. I can't go to the DMV.